Okay, today looks like I'm off-roading in this car, right? I'm just trying to get out of my sister's yard. Today I'm going to talk about a favorite of mine. This one I like a lot, and I'm sure a lot of other people did too. The no reserve auction. Woo! Yeah. Nothing says either desperate or I don't believe in my animals better than a no reserve auction. Basically, a no reserve auction means just somebody give me something, anything for this animal because I need it gone from here right now. It's incredible. If you're gonna get to the point where you have to give your animals away on a non-reserve auction, why are you still breeding snakes? Just stop. Cut it out. Just do anything else. Find another hobby that you enjoy, that still brings you happiness, and it still works for you, and do that. Now, when auctions first popped up in the whole ball python, snake, reptile selling thing, I was kind of on the fence. I wasn't sure if it was good or bad or what was going on, really. The more I looked into it, I came up with two answers. One answer, I guess. It is both good and bad. There's a right way and there's a wrong way of doing it. And you can do an auction the correct way and still it all works out perfectly fine, and there's nothing wrong with doing that. There's a wrong way of doing it. So you throw an animal out there and you got your little page with what, 2,000 or 3,000 likes on it, and you put your no reserve auction on your Facebook thing, and Facebook's algorithm, if you have any idea how it works at all, is going to show that to, what, 5 people maybe if you don't pay them? So now you got 5 people. Out of the 5, 2 have some sort of interest in the animal, and out of the 2, only 1 has any money to bid with. There you go. It just doesn't make any sense. You know, if you're going to do an auction, that's the correct way to do it. First of all, you should always put a reserve on your auction. Always, no matter what. The reserve can't be retail price because then what's the point, right? Obviously, people want an auction because they like the action, they like the excitement of winning it for a lower price. Perfectly fine. Just make it reasonable. You know, you got $1,000 animal that normally would sell for $1,000. The reserve on that thing is $600, man. $600. That's a huge discount on the price of the animal, and at least it's better than selling it for $100. I mean, that's just ridiculous, right? So you do that. The second it hits the reserve, let people know, hey, the reserve hasn't hit, keep going. Normally when you do that in an auction, people get even more excited and the bids actually pick up. Instead of dying down, they pick up. But please let people know that they hit the reserve so they know that they're actually in the running for something here to win. I keep doing air quotes when I say win because really, I mean, come on, who's winning? When you do your auction. So that's you know, you throw it out there. I see it all the time, right? That you have this page with a few likes on it, even if it's thousands. You have to understand how Facebook works. Unless you're paying Facebook, not a lot of people are seeing your post, and so it's getting lost in the shuffle. Not a lot of people are seeing it. There's not going to be a lot of action. It's going to go for very little money. That's no good. And you know, I talk a lot about money in these videos, and I don't want people to think that that's all it's all about. Obviously, there's a lot of different tiers of people that are doing this, and my videos are aimed at people like myself. I love and enjoy keeping, carrying, selling, breeding, all this stuff with these animals, the whole package. I like the whole thing. Then there's people that come in just for the money. Then there's other people that just want to keep them, whatever. I'm talking about people, I'm talking to people like myself. We enjoy the whole thing, right? And so money is a part of it. The reason why money is a part of it is because, well, if I don't sell my animals and make some money, then I can't buy anymore. And that's kind of the whole thing. Like, I want to keep growing and having more and different and switching it up and changing and doing trades and all that. And so that's all part of it for me. And that's why I do it the way that I do. So it's not about money. It's just about the entire picture, right? And so why does money come up? Well, there are a lot of people that do this for a living. This is their career. This is what they do. And I really admire and appreciate those people because those are the guys that put down tens of thousands of dollars on a chance that something might be real and might actually work out. And then a few years later, if it does work out for them, then people like you and me can actually have those animals too. But I can't get, a freshly imported animal, $50,000 or whatever to get under. I can't do that, and I don't know a lot of people that can. So that's why I appreciate what these guys that do this for a living. I appreciate what they do. I mean, that's a big deal, and so we're kind of trying to protect them along with ourselves in protecting the market. If they go away, then new things are not going to come in anymore, and the whole thing's going to fall apart. So you kind of have to keep everything alive. So if you put a reserve on the animal, again, a reserve that's fair to both you and the person who may win it, then it's a win-win for everybody. You're protecting yourself and your animal, and you're protecting the market as a whole, and it's our job to do so. You can get a couple of a-holes out there that start selling animals for 20% of what everybody else is, and within weeks, that's the market price. It's just how it works. And if you see it, we've seen it before. We saw it with the Mojaves way back when. We've seen it with a whole lot of animals, and as it goes, we should kind of learn from those things and not repeat them. We have to protect the industry, the hobby, the whole thing as a whole. We really do, so that it can keep going and we can keep doing what we enjoy doing. So no reserve auctions, I mean, to me, that's just a cop-out. You're just a lazy ass. You don't want to put the work in. You're just throwing it out there and say, well, I didn't price it really low. That's just what the market said. All 12 people that saw your stupid no reserve auction, that's the market. No, man, that's not even close to how that works. Man up, grow a sack, and actually put the time in to market yourself, your animal, and everything else properly. You'll be fine. Just the other day, I was talking, I made that video about posting your animals at different times and in different groups at different times and everything else. And one person replied right away, you know what, Rafi, he said, I tried it last weekend. In 2 days, I sold 10 animals by doing that, by mixing it up and moving them around at different times in different groups. It works. Gabrielle, a friend of mine, I've known her for quite a few years now, actually replied on one of my posts that I made on Facebook about that. And she said, well, what I like to do is I post them all at the same time. I post my animals for sale in all the groups at the same time, but then I go back at different times of the day and bump them up at different points of the day so that different people can see them. That's very smart. Now she doesn't have to worry about actually posting them, just about keeping track of bumping them at different times. That sounds great. This is all part of the arsenal of marketing ideas that you should all use and mix and match them to what works for you. It can't just be one thing and it works for everybody. That's not really what I'm talking about. But you have to have a whole bunch of different things, that you use, and out of all those together, then your sales will increase. They simply will. There's no ifs or buts about it. They will. You just have to be smart about it. You use a lot of these different techniques to make things work out for you. But really, I'm just sick and tired of seeing the no reserve thing. If you get to the point where you do no reserve, just leave. Just please leave. I mean, you're ruining it for everybody. So just get out, find something else to do. And that's it. Like I said, there's a smart way and a stupid way of doing it. Just talked about both right there, and take it as you will. I mean, if you're offended by this, I said it before and I'll say it again. If the shoe fits, just lace that bitch up and put it on, man. Because it's all about you. See you guys in the next one.